happened was true. The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America. This is the movie that is just as real, just as terrifying as being there. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start talking about it.
I don't know where to start with this film other than it's fucking terrifying. When I was growing up, not many things really scared me. Now, Goosebumps was genuinely entertaining, but did it ever scare me? No. Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street were all truly great films. They all had their fair share of scares, but there was never really a movie that horrified me until I saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When I first watched this movie in the 7th grade, I got fucking nightmares. This movie was the reason I grew strong fear for chainsaws, and for good reason. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was released in 1974 and was directed by Tobe Hooper. Tobe Hooper is also famous for his movie Poltergeist in 1982. Tobe Hooper recently died at 74, and this video is sort of a love letter to Hooper's work. During the development of the film, Tobe Hooper initially wanted to create a movie that audiences had never seen before. A quote from Tobe Hooper himself reads, "I had never seen anything like it, and I wanted to see it myself." When the movie hit theaters, audiences were shocked. People were labeling it as this brutal and gory masterpiece. The word of mouth spread fast, and the movie gained at least $30.8 million worldwide. So, what was the appeal of this movie? Why is it still considered the greatest horror movie ever made? And why is it considered one of the 250 greatest movies ever made? Well, the title says it all. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those 5 words is what makes this movie scary. It's a movie purely about an insane cannibal family. It has nothing to do with zombies or ghosts or any sort of monster. The main scare of the movie is pure realism. Arguably, that's everyone's greatest fear.
There are moments when we cannot believe that what is happening is really true. Pinch yourself and you may find out that it is.
The realization of reality, no matter how much they want to deny it. The movie was marketed as a true story, and many years audiences were wondering if it actually happened. But the movie was actually inspired by the real-life serial killer Ed Gein. But it's the believability that the film portrays itself as, through the dying grass of the Texan landscape, to the relatable characters of the 70s, even to the raw look of the cinematography. Every aspect of this movie was made to trick the viewers into thinking that what they are seeing is real. Wes Craven, the director of films such as The Nightmare on Elm Street and The Hills Have Eyes, describes that the film looked like someone stole a camera and started killing people. It has a wild, feral energy that I had never seen before. It wasn't nice. Not nice at all. I was scared shitless. Now, the fact that Hooper was able to scare Wes Craven shows that, he was doing something right. Death on screen felt so sudden yet very real. When a character is killed in the movie, it doesn't build up with any kind of ambient music or anything of that sort. It simply just happens. Death comes out of nowhere, completely unpredictable. This adds another layer of realism to the film. Death can be around any corner. Your life could end at any moment. The sudden death of these characters symbolizes that. Unlike most horror movies out there, the screams of these characters actually sounded scary, disturbing, and painful. The final scene in the movie shows one of the last survivors of the group of teens running away from Leatherface. She escapes on a truck that just so happens to drive by. The very last shot of the movie shows Leatherface swinging around his chainsaw in a very angry and furious manner. And then, that's it. It just all cuts to blackness. You aren't told what happens to Sally. You aren't told if Leatherface or the cook ever get caught. It just cuts to blackness. It's like you just witnessed an event happen. Even though everything in this movie is completely fiction, the way it's presented and its realism and tone is what makes it scary. It doesn't matter if it actually happened. The reality is, it could happen. And then they fucked it all up. Hey everyone, this is KMolonX. I hope you guys enjoyed this video essay. This was obviously scripted, and I really want to know if you guys would want to see more like this, because I plan on doing more like this. I want to know what people think of this. Now, throughout Halloween, I'm going to be putting a lot of different Halloween-themed videos, so stay tuned for that. And, happy early October!